Hey everybody, how are you? It's been so long since I've been coming on live. I've just been taking it in. I'm in my third trimester. I'm at week 32 of my pregnancy. So I've really been focusing on writing my book proposal. I haven't been doing a lot of lives. Just been kind of enjoying as much time with Ayan as I can before number 2 arrives in the fall. And I just wanted to pop on today because I haven't forgotten about you guys. I still am working up some great stuff that I can share with you guys, but my real focus right now has been on that book because I've just been called to kind of go within and share so much of the stuff that's been kind of helping me, and I'm really, really excited about this book proposal that I'm working with my agent with. So that's where I've been. I really wanted to just start with that. Like, you're thinking where I've been hiding. But I wanted to, yesterday my husband was like, oh, can I get your car keys? And so I was like, yeah, my purse is over there. And he was searching through my purse and he's like, you've got a lot of weird stuff in your purse. And I said, what do you mean? He started pulling out the stuff and he's like, why do you have this in your purse? And I said, because this is all my stress relief stuff. This is what I do on the go when I'm in the car before I pick up Ayan. And so I was walking him through it and I was like, you know what? I should really do a live on the weird stuff that I carry in my purse to help you with stress on the go, because there's so many times we're either in the car. I think car time is really, because I drive about an hour a day total. So like about 25 minutes going one way to drop my son off, and then the other, on the way home, and then any errands. So I'm in my car quite a bit, as many of you moms, if you're working, you might be in the car a lot, or if you're driving to, carpool or picking up your children, these are great times to kind of get centered and get grounded. And so I actually used one of my tools today that I had to use because I was feeling stressed out while I was driving to work. To drop Ayan off. So I wanted to share the different things that I keep in my purse that help me when I feel stressed. And so one of the things that I talk a lot about is there's different kinds of stress. Not all stress is the same. There is one, mental stress, right? When you're stuck in your mind, the chronic worrying, the what ifs, that's the first type of stress. Thank you, Nirali. I feel like really big now, so thank you for saying that. So there's the mental stress. And then the second is emotional stress. So that's like when you're frustrated, you're angry, you're annoyed, you're irritated. That kind of, I feel like, lives in, it's your anger, right? So it lives kind of in your chest and your stomach, that stress. And then the third is physical stress, like feeling completely drained, depleted, tired, fatigued, lack of energy. That's the third type of stress. So being aware of what kind of stress that you are experiencing is important, because there's different tools that help you snap out of it. And I truly believe there are, daily stress tools. So everything that I kind of keep in here are kind of like quick things that help me kind of snap out of it so I can reorganize my energy, get recentered again so I don't make a bad moment turn into a bad day. And then there's chronic stress. So there's like that underlying chronic stress that it's almost like you wake up with it every single day, you go to sleep with it. It's that gnawing lull and annoyance that's kind of like constantly living with you. And that could be from emotions like grief or like unworthiness, or what are some other things, that despair, maybe some built up anger or resentment because of something that's happening. So it's like a longer stress that is more persistent. So I want to go first with mental stress. So the first thing that I think, this is what my husband thought was the weirdest thing, but if you've taken my 7-day ditch stress detox course, I talk a lot about the potency and the power of Himalayan salts. So I keep these a little baggie of salt, of rock salt. This is Himalayan rock salt. So this is not like the fine grain. I don't know if you can see. They're like actual little stones of it. So why I keep this is because anytime, this is actually an ancient shaman technique, where anytime you feel grounded and you're too much in your head, you need to get grounded in your body. And Himalayan salts are an excellent way of getting out of your mind and feeling grounded. So I take one little thing of this. Like if I'm really stuck in my head and my to-do is racing, or I'm stuck in something that's like a story that happened before, I'll take one of these rock salts, put it underneath my tongue, and then let it naturally dissolve. It is incredible how quickly this helps me get out of my mind and feel grounded and feel more centered. So that's why I keep these. And I'm a mental stressor, so like my Ayurveda stress type is mental stress. So these are like my lifesavers. So the first thing is the Himalayan rock salt. And you can get them like at Marshall's, or you can order them on Amazon. Sometimes your local grocery store might not have them. So that's where I get that. The second thing is for emotional stress. Now, this is another weird thing that I have that most people don't have. And so this thing is a portable fan. So the reason why I have a portable fan is because when you are angry, right, like you feel hot, you feel heat coming into your face, your heart rate is increasing. So it's necessary for us to literally start cooling down our body. So if I'm in the car, I can definitely like blast my air conditioning. Even if it's winter, I'll blast my air conditioning, or I'll open the window so I have coolness coming on my face. But if I'm somewhere and I'm like agitated and I'm like not necessarily in my car, I'll just turn this on. It's safe for kids too, because Ayan is a pitta, which is fire. So anytime that he gets upset or his nervous system gets activated, he needs to cool himself down because he gets angry, he gets emotional stress. So I keep this also for him, because I give it to him to help him cool himself down. But this is what I do. I'll make sure that I have, like, I'll go into the bathroom, or I'll just pull this out, because if I know that I'm getting angry and I'm getting flustered, I have my fan. And I also have another tool for emotional stress that I use that helps out a lot. I'm going to get it for you, is also having peppermint, and like I'm talking like spicy peppermint, like Dentine Ice. I usually have Dentine Ice. I actually have to get it. That gum, or like Mentos peppermint gum. I have like the doTERRA peppermint beads and the organic Trader Joe peppermint mints. The reason why I have peppermint is because peppermint, when it goes in your mouth, it's like, you take that breath and it's like a cooling breath in. So it naturally makes you take a breath in through your mouth and start focusing on cooling. So this is kind of like my little anchor to remind me, like if I'm getting angry, I'm getting hot-headed, before I say anything, and it kind of gives you an oral fixation too. This is also good for anxiety. So if you're stuck in your mind or you're feeling anxious, chewing is actually something that helps you release anxiety. So a lot of people like chips or crunchy stuff when they're feeling anxious. That's why. It's like that oral fixation. So that's why I have the mints, something to chew on. The gum I actually have to buy next time I go to the grocery store. I have to put that on my list. The oral fixation of chewing, but also the peppermint of allowing yourself to breathe in through your mouth, like that cooling breath in. It'll start to reorganize your mind to start cooling down. So my fan and the peppermints. This is kind of normal, but I wanted to tell you why I have it, because there's a purpose behind it, not just having good breath, because that's important too. Okay, so the next thing is, physical stress. So feeling fatigued or tired. The gum will definitely also help because you're chewing. I sometimes find that helps. Doesn't always help me, but this is my go-to. So my go-to is my peppermint roll-on. What I do is I just roll it behind my neck, temple, and on my wrist. I Don't put a lot. I don't roll it on my temple because it's happened before where it like drips down and it gets into your eyes and it burns like crazy. And so I don't actually keep the bottle of peppermint anymore. I like this because I don't even have to touch it, because I don't, this on our children, or like if we mistakenly touch their eyes, it could burn. So I just like rolling it and the least amount of that I need to touch it. And this smells so powerful. And I actually, so I know this is a big no-no for the people who are in the essential oil world. It's kind of like you either pick Young Living or you pick doTERRA, and I'm so not like that because I have sensitivity to smell, and so there are blends in doTERRA that people love and I just can't handle them. And I actually like the blends better in Young Living, but I like the singles better in doTERRA. I don't know, lavender is lavender, and I know peppermint is peppermint, but I do feel like there's a difference in their smell. So I use the single peppermint from doTERRA. So I don't discriminate. See, I'll show you. See, I don't discriminate. In my purse, I have the lavender from Young Living because I actually prefer the lavender from Young Living. I don't know what it's about, but hi Dana. Hi Allison. Allison says I'm the same. I'm glad I'm not the only crazy person. I know like sometimes like people who are diehard doTERRA or diehard Young Living are like, that's a no-no. Like you just pick one lane, and I'm glad, Allison, you agree. Like I think there's benefits and beautiful smells in both of them, and so that's why I don't discriminate. And if you have sensitivity to smells, I think that's important. You know, not all smells are the same, but some people have like, I feel like they don't have any sensitivity to smell and they can handle anything and everything. So it's totally your call. But so this has really been my game changer for boosting my energy. I try to use it, so like I try to use it as close to possible as when I need the energy boost, if that makes sense. So say for example, I usually get like the 4 p.m. lull, and I pick up Ayan from daycare between 3:30 and 4. So I will, before I pick him up, like I'm sitting in the parking lot, that's when I roll it on. Like I don't roll it on when I'm leaving my house. Just for me, I like it because that first smell of the peppermint just really starts boosting my energy. So I really try to use it, and then I reapply it if I need it. So of course, these are, like I said, these are not like permanent solutions to fatigue. Of course, there's other lifestyle changes and other things to look at. But like in the moment, if you need just like a boost, a natural boost besides caffeine, besides medication or anything like that, to kind of get you through the next segment, that's what I always look at. Every moment of your life is like segments. And so if it helps you get through the next segment with more energy, then do that, right? So this helps me get through that 4 p.m. lull, and if I feel like when I'm cooking dinner I need it again, then I'll put it on again. So that's what I also have. And then something that I have, I do have crystals and stuff in my purse, but that's not really stress related. I just like having crystals. So that was the other thing. He's like, you have rocks in your purse. And he was just joking with me, but yeah, he knows they're crystals because we have crystals everywhere in our house. But he's like, why do you carry them with you? They make your purse heavy. And I was like, no, I need them. So anyways, another thing that I kind of just do for myself. So I love someone when I was pregnant with Ayam had gifted me these little like L'Occitane lotions. And I thought, well, first off, she gave it as a baby present, but there was stuff for the baby and the mom, which I loved because it was a care package for the mom post birth. And then obviously everybody always gets you a gift for the baby. And so I kind of carried that tradition because I really like that. We tend to forget about the mom after she gives birth, and there's so much amazing self-care stuff that we can give to moms once they give birth. So one of the things that she had given to me was these different low-octane lotions that are like travel size. And so I love carrying something for myself like that smells amazing, because anytime I feel like overwhelmed by something, it's like when I see that, it's like an act of self-care, just like rubbing your hands, because we have so many pressure points in our hands, of just rubbing our hands, putting them together, rubbing them together is it's starting to invigorate our energy, reconnect us to our power, and just like pressing like the different like finger points, it starts to reorganize and make us feel calm and make us feel centered. So I think this is just not for any one particular stress type, but just having something for yourself, something that smells good, you know, like taking a deep breath in. It's always nice to smell something good when you're supposed to take a breathing break, right? Then just taking deep breaths. And then I do have some other weird stuff in here, but that's pretty much the gist of everything that I have. That's the weird stuff that I keep in my purse to help stress. So if you're watching live, or if you're even watching the replay, if you keep some funny stuff in your purse that helps you with stress or to boost your energy, I'd love to know, because we can be funny purse buddies together. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I keep in here. Like, I don't know, I have matches in here. Like, I need matches. Maybe if I go to the bathroom somewhere. No, just kidding. I don't know. I have matches in here, and then just the normal stuff. But all right, guys, this was just like a fun little impromptu little Facebook Live that I want to do. And I really actually hope it serves you well, because some of these tools are really excellent to have for you and for your children. Like, if you know that your child, I mean, this might be a hard sell unless you have an older child. Like, if you have an anxious child, like, there's some little pieces, like if they would actually put it underneath their tongue, this can help them too. Like, if they're nervous, anxious, worried type, this can help them too. Like I said, I give this to my son, like when he's getting, like, I notice that before he actually has the meltdown, but this is something that'll keep him occupied. It starts cooling him down, because I can't really give him gum or mints or anything like that. And of course, like, for if your child's feeling tired, you can definitely roll this on. I wouldn't suggest doing it here just in case if they rub, but they can smell it because it's a powerful smell, and then you can just rub a little bit. Also, I just thought of this. This is not a purse tool, but I had heard of this, that like, if you are overheated, you could take a cool towel and actually rub peppermint on it and put it on your neck. Like, if you're outside, I mean, it's really, 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 really hot in the East Coast right now. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it really does work. Like, it kind of feels like, you know, without the wet, like, drippingness, like, you can put the peppermint on there and put it on your neck. My husband overheats a lot, and we did that, and it actually really helped him. So that's another great thing with peppermint that you could do. But I think the drops would be easier on the towel. Nirali asks, I was going to ask if the salt, yeah, I would just, I mean, put really, the thing is like, it's better if it dissolves, and I think naturally for them, they're going to want to like crunch it and eat it. But the idea is to have it so that they're like sucking on it and dissolving, but you can start with something really small and see if it works. She's around like, I think 2 or 3, so that might be a little young. I'm talking about kids who are like 5. They might actually really be able to let it dissolve because they understand it. But it doesn't hurt if that's her stress type or that's what she's experiencing. At least even getting her, I'm all about, you know, getting them exposed to certain things so they don't think it's like super weird. If she's open to it and be like, hey, put a little bit of this in your mouth, she might not like it at all, right? Like, because it's salt. Just give it a try. It won't hurt her. And it's natural. It's like little Himalayan salt. It's not going to be like too much salt for her or anything like that. So that's a great question. Hi, Ina May. Well, thank you guys. Does anybody have any other questions about, or you want to share what funny stuff that you keep in your purse? No problem, Nirali. Ouch, I'm like sitting on the floor and I'm like hitting a little cramp. All right, guys. Well, I have to be honest. I don't know when the next time I'll pop on. I really do like doing lives when I feel inspired to do them. I don't like to like plan them out, especially right now. I feel like I'm living more spontaneously and in the moment and trying to honor how I feel. And so now I'm going to go back into my book writing cocoon, and that's what I've been feeling really, really inspired doing. So but yeah, I hope you guys like this fun little video, and if you're watching the replay and you have any questions, certainly let me know. All right, guys, have a great day, and thank you so much for those who are watching live.